Hey everybody, it's your girl Trey Holiday here, and I get the opportunity to sit down with Noelani Pantastico and James Moore from Romeo and Juliet. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being with us today. Now, this is something that is a classic story. So we know the theme, but I want to check in with both of you guys about how it's been to work with this amazing cast that you guys have for Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, so we've been performing this particular production since 2008, and James was also one of my first partners. So we've really evolved with it and grown up with it over time. And now, I don't know how long it's been, since 2008 till now, we've been doing it. And yeah, it's a heart-wrenching story that we're happy to tell, and I think we tell it better than we ever have. Better than where we started anyway, and we hope the audiences enjoy it.
Yeah, this is the fifth time this production's come around, I think, with PNB, Pacific Northwest Ballet, and so we have really, like Noe said, a lot of experience with this ballet. But a lot of our cast is new to their roles, so we have a lot of fresh new cast members that are performing for the first time this production, and so that's also very exciting.
That is exciting. And I can only imagine that you guys have all this history and knowledge that you're bringing in terms of like your body recognizing, oh, it's time to do that piece. Talk to us from a dancer's perspective, how it's been to kind of bring your experience in with some of the newer cast members who may be doing this for the first time.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. There's something there's a comfort level when you go back and you repeat a ballet again. You know, the choreography, the movement, the musicality, it's in your body already. So it's almost like you can just pick up where you left off and then add even more to it. And like I said, the fifth time around now, we've done this a number of times already. So yeah, we feel like we're really in a good spot.
Having a new cast surrounding us too is great for us because it keeps it really fresh, and you just get a renewed sense of the piece because of all these new interactions you're having, and you're having to react off of these new characters, or they're the same characters but new people that are filling these characters. So for us, it should feel brand new.
Yeah, that's a great point. When you're talking about ballet, there's something that's very specific because you guys do get to do the same kind of thing, from one season to a next, and you guys bring certain things back, and it's really different than maybe a play or a musical or something that's only out for a specific amount of time. You know what I mean? And they get it done in a few months, and then they're done with it. But there's some real great history that you guys are able to bring from a ballet perspective. And what can folks expect? This is, again, it's a classic story. We know the story. Tell us a little bit about some of the peak moments that you guys really experience as dancers doing this particular classical Shakespeare story.
Well, I think that for one, the audience should expect to watch this like a movie or like a play. The way the ballet is designed, it's a more modern take on ballet. So really, the interactions that the audience sees is really between the characters, and nothing really. There's not really a connection with the audience. So the audience themselves should enjoy it like they're going to the movies.
Yeah, this is a contemporary version of the classic as well. So unlike a lot of traditional classical ballets that had these lavish sets and costumes, this production really relies on the dancers, the characters to tell a story, the movement, the choreography. The set is it's whitewashed. There's a lot of just blank white walls, a ramp that can be moved to represent quite a few different scenes. So it's a little bit different in that regard.
I think the high points are like the balcony parade for us. The third act is very emotional. I would say if anyone's coming, to bring a tissue or a box of tissues, because it's really emotionally charged pretty much the whole time.
Well, I gotta say, I really feel like there's a glimpse of that I'm able to get when we're just playing the commercial. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so excited because I get to be there this Friday with some of our members from the Converge audience. And it's really an exciting thing for me because it's been a while since I've been to a ballet. What would you guys say to people who maybe this is their first time coming? I love how you just said, watch it like a movie and bring the tissues. And I also think it's a great piece for people to be able to come and see this show as a first time, audience member of the ballet, because you just said that there. It's between the characters. And it's not just like a dance that we're just coming to see. We're actually seeing the story evolve between each dancer and between these characters. What are some of the things that you guys would like give as terms of like tips for new people who are coming to the ballet for the first time?
I think just keep an open mind. We have a lot of preconceived notions about what ballet is. If you ask just a random person on the street what dance is, they might, talk about an 8-year-old girl in a tutu. And dance is so much more than that. And this production, especially being a contemporary version of the classic, is I think a little more accessible to the normal person. There's a lot of pedestrian movements, a lot of heel to toe walking instead of toe to heel, like you'll see in typical classical ballets. A lot of just regular movement that a lot of folks will just be able to, identify with.
Well, that's really exciting for me. And I mean, you guys are talking about the fact that you have danced together for a long time. I love how you said that he's one of your first dance partners. So you guys have actually evolved, as you said, through these characters as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys' chemistry on stage because of that experience. And so for me, somebody who just enjoys all forms of performative art, I'm really like excited about that. You know what I mean? What are some of the like the total running time, and tell us like how long it's been that this show is going to be on for people to be able to come and see?
Yeah, the running time of the show, I believe, is 2.5 hours, and that's with like a 25-minute intermission. And then we start performing it this Friday, so it'll be this weekend and next weekend, so February 4th until the 13th. So 2 weekends, and 9 performances. So you get a lot of good chances, and there are 2 casts.
Wow. So you guys stay pretty busy, and there's a lot that goes behind the scenes with in terms of logistics and generating all of the logistics for all of the dancers, because I can only imagine, as somebody who would do some stage theater production, that is a heavy lift. And so kudos to everybody that's been working on it. You guys obviously have real experience here. And I want to say and kind of drive this home for our audience, because we're really looking forward when we do these ticket giveaways. We're saying to people, if you've never come, if you're, you have a young person who really wants to experience ballet, please come. And one of the things that I love to ask is, how you guys are sharing that experience with up and coming dancers, because you guys are so experienced and have such a great plethora of, dances behind you. How is it that you guys are able to then kind of give that experience to young ballet dancers that are coming up?
I mean, honestly, I think for us, it's just by doing, and we all watch each other and we all inspire each other and learn from each other, and so all that we can really give at this point is just ourselves within the work, and yeah, and we're still learning and growing in it, and hopefully all the dancers and characters that are surrounding us are there to watch and learn and grow too.
Yeah, this is very true. And, there's a difference, obviously, if somebody's able to use their words and their voice to emote. And so I just want to talk a little bit about that, because you guys were talking about how, hey, that third act gets pretty emotional, bring some tissues. Through your movement, how are you guys able to really kind of showcase the connection to the partner that you're with, or to the scene that you're having to play, through your dance and through your body?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. For me, I have to make a connection of what I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is a step that I'm doing. So if there's a step that I have to look like I'm fainting, I really try to look like I'm fainting. And every step in the ballet that we do is like we're making sentences and then a paragraph. So yeah, everything is kind of laced within it. Intention is laced within all of the steps that we're doing.
Yeah, Jean-Christophe Maillot is the choreographer of this production, and I think he's done a masterful job of weaving the story into the movement itself. And so really, we rely on the choreography, the movement to tell the story, but also being present in the moment so that it's fresh moment to moment throughout the production and from performance to performance. And then on top of that, you have Prokofiev's incredible score, which is my favorite ballet production or musical score for ballet. It just those things together, the choreography and the music, just they just fit together like puzzle pieces.
Yeah, helps create the story.
Well, I just got to say kudos to you guys. I'm so glad that you guys were able to carve out some time to come and share your experience, your story, and the fact that it does take such a large amount of energy to put something like this on. Kudos to the choreographer and the person doing the score who wrote it, because I understand exactly what you're talking about, James, that it is so connected to everything when you have that music that also is emotive in and of itself to really help usher into the audience what you guys are portraying through your bodily movement. I tell you, I'm definitely excited. How can folks get up with Pacific Northwest Ballet? Clearly, there's a couple of weekends you guys are doing Romeo and Juliet, but you guys always have amazing shows going on. How can our audience stay tuned into what you guys have going on?
Yeah, find us on social media. Well, the PNB website is pnb.org. And then, of course, we have a Facebook page and an Instagram account. So all those platforms, Twitter, I believe, too, all those platforms, you can really stay in touch with us there. Yeah, and follow all the dancers, too. That's also another good way.
I'll also add that in addition to our performances here at McCall Hall, you can also watch this production virtually. Also go to pnb.org, and there'll be an option to watch this at home in a couple weeks.
Wow, you guys are really making it accessible. I think COVID has a lot of live performances having to find ways to pivot and shift throughout this pandemic. So kudos to you guys for having that option available. Clearly, there's some folks that, really still feel comfortable being in enclosed spaces, and I totally understand that. I know there'll be COVID protocols obviously in place for those who are attending live in person. Just thank you guys so much, Noelani and James, for being here with me today. I'm telling you, we have this ticket giveaways. We're ramping it up all throughout the week. So I'm looking forward to bringing some of our Converge Media audience members to your audience right there at Pacific Northwest Ballet. Thanks so much, you guys. I can't wait to see you on Friday.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.
Take care. Stay safe.
Amazing as they share their experience. And I'm telling you right now that every time I get the chance to go to live performances, whether it's theater, music, ballet, whatever it is, I get so excited because I understand the energy that's put behind it. Shout out to those guys for sharing their experience. And I'm looking forward to sharing my experience, Converge Media Night at the Pacific Northwest Ballet at McCall Hall this Friday. Make sure you guys email me, trae@whereweconverge.com, for you guys to be able to be one of the people that come with us on Converge Media Night this Friday, on Friday, the 4th of February. Looking forward to seeing you guys, and definitely looking forward to seeing Romeo and Juliet in its elegance at the ballet. Thanks for watching.